Whenever y'all ready. Hey, Ron, you got anything?
Yeah. Uh, hey, Haleigh, this is Ron Higgins, Tight Rag Magazine. I was looking at some of your, I guess, your history. Uh, you said you always wanted to go to LSU. I mean, was it when you visited there, or did you always have this thought that was the place? Why LSU?
I think it honestly started from when Jay came to my gym for the first time, and he told me I looked good in purple, and that stuck with me ever since. And then I came on a visit here, and the academics are amazing, the coaches are outstanding, and I get to train in this amazing facility every day. So I was like, this is where I want to be, and this is where I want to spend the next 4 years of my life doing what I love.
Did the fact that Pitch Perfect was filmed here clinch it for you?
Yeah, probably. I didn't know that until I came on this visit, actually, and Jay told me, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool.
Did you go stand in the swimming pool yet? I mean, it's right by you.
I have not yet.
Uh, you first started competing when you were 3. When did you realize how much you just like being in the gym all the time?
I always loved going to the gym. Like, I never had that, like, feeling like don't want to do gymnastics when I was little. My mom put me in it, and I was like, this is the sport I want to do, and this is what I want to do for literally the rest of my life, probably, until I'm done.
Does your mom own a gym?
She does not own a gym, no. Neither of my parents actually did gymnastics. My mom played softball, my dad played football, so I don't really know how I got put into gymnastics.
But y'all moved from Georgia to North Carolina just where you can train. What was that like when they said, we're going to move for you?
I think it honestly was amazing, like thinking whatever makes me happy and whatever is going to be the best for me, they would do that, and I'm just really thankful for that and thankful for them supporting me through everything and doing what's best for me.
They shared the purple story during the broadcast. Is that legit? I mean, is that?
Yeah, I remember the exactly what I was wearing too. I think I was in 8th grade, and ever since that day I was like, wow, I want to go to LSU.
So it's amazing how like just a simple message.
Yeah, seriously. And that like stuck with me forever.
And that was when you were in 8th grade, so 4 years ago?
Yeah.
So did you know Jay was going to be the head coach, or did they communicate the transition with Dee Dee at that time?
In 8th grade, no, I had no idea. I thought Dee Dee was still going to be the head coach when I was here, but now Jay's the head coach, and I love every second of it. He's amazing.
What has he been able to tap into with this team? I guess how does he coach you individually? Is it tough as a team? What would you say his style is?
I think he's just there to do anything we need. Like, we have individual things. He knows how to communicate to each of us differently and gives us what we need as a person, and it's worked really well.
About this last meet, again, I think you guys are kind of flexing the depth that maybe we haven't seen on this team in the past. It seems like every girl is able to step into the moment. How much is that communicated amongst you all, or is that just more of a feeling? We saw Elena talk about, everybody kind of telling her you got this. And she said, yeah, I do have this, like that confidence, I guess, that everyone has.
Yeah, I think, honestly, it's great to have so much depth on this team and knowing if one person needs a rest, we have so many other people to go in. And I'm just so proud of the new faces that went this past weekend, and I'm so excited for them and their future, and just amazing to have so much depth on this team.
What about that as a freshman class as a whole? I mean, you guys, a lot of you are stepping in and contributing right away. It's kind of uncommon, I guess, in the past. It seems to be a little bit more prevalent now. Is that something that you all communicated coming in? Is we can be that last piece this team needs?
I think so. I think when all 5 of us came in, we were like, we're ready to go. We're ready to do whatever this team needs, and we're here to contribute however they need us. And I think it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, Haleigh, this is Ron Higgins again. I know your whole life you're an individual competitor. It seems like you just love being on a team. Like, this is the best thing ever. Just to watch you, the way you perform and interact. It's like, this is what I've always wanted to do, just like be on a team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming from like level 10, I was a part of a team, but not a big team. I think there was 5 level 10s maybe, and I think coming here with 19 people on this team and everybody being there for you, supporting you every day. If you're having a bad day or something, you just can just look at one of your teammates and they've got your back and will do anything you need to get through the day.
It seems like you enjoy all the personalities on the team, the dynamics of how everybody's different.
Yeah, I think everybody has a different personality, but I think it works really well together. We can all balance each other out, and we have a lot of outgoing people, and we have a lot of quiet people that aren't very vocal, and I think it's a good balance on this team.
So your dad coached you in soccer and basketball. I mean, I've seen pictures of it when you were young. You didn't look like a soccer or basketball player. You're really small and even smaller than now, not built. I mean, how did that work out for you? I mean, basketball didn't seem like it was your deal.
It was not. I do not think basketball or soccer was anything I wanted to do. And like I would do like basketball on Mondays, then go to the gym on Tuesdays, and I always just looked forward to Tuesdays, getting to do gymnastics, and then soccer on Wednesdays, and I was like, I don't want to do this, and I just knew. And sometimes I'd be like, I'm not going. I just don't want to go because I just was looking forward to going to gymnastics and doing that. And yeah, I'm glad I stuck with gymnastics.
When did your dad get the message like, well, maybe we should just, and was it when you started being, really good, like when, I mean, 8 years old, something like that, 6 years old, when you started being really good, he got the message that this is what she does well?
Yeah, and I think it was what made me happy, and that's all he wanted. And he knew soccer or basketball was not making me happy, so I think he saw the joy I had for gymnastics, and he was like, this is what she wants to do, and I'm going to support her through whatever.
The seniors on this team, there's a chance that this many freshmen come in and could ruffle some feathers, but they seem to really taken to y'all and are just as excited for you as you are.
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. They've been there for us since the day we stepped on this campus, and I'm very thankful for that. And if we ever need anything, we can always go to them, and they're here to help us through anything we need.
In what ways do they offer support or encouragement?
I think just in life in general, not even anything related to gymnastics. If you just need help with like school or just having a bad day and don't really know what to do, and you can just go to them for anything, literally.
I know you don't have a comparison. I'll ask Sammy this question later, but has the virus and the restrictions changed any way that you, I guess, would have approached this year, or has it made it challenging for you?
I don't think it's like affected me as much as some other people because I haven't had anything to compare to, like you said. But I think it's just adjusting to change and being like aware of anything can happen at any time. So to be thankful for that we get to practice and we get to compete because some teams aren't even getting to practice. So I think it's just like that.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Haleigh, I'm sorry, I had a
Oh, you're
problem
good.
getting on earlier. If you hadn't, would you talk about your thoughts going to this meet? It's now official. It's going to be 1 versus 2 in the rankings. It's kind of piggyback on what Ron said. It probably seems a little unusual for you maybe at this point that it's like talking about wins and losses and stuff like that. But and obviously this doesn't necessarily define your season, but it's still a big meet nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. It is probably one of the biggest meets of the year, number 1 versus number 2, but I don't think we're thinking about it as that. I think we're just going to go in Friday night in the PMAC and do our normal gymnastics and not change anything because what we do in the gym every day and what we've shown is enough, and we're really excited to compete against Florida this Friday.
It seems like this team is really more bent on improving their, I guess, a score of routines each week. You're concentrating more on yourself than the other team. Does that read that right?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we look too much into what other teams are doing. We're just trying to focus on our gymnastics and focus on what we can do best to go into every Friday competing against the opposing team. And if we do our gymnastics how we do our gymnastics, the results are going to happen and we'll have good results.
Does that help? I mean, when you're playing a football game, obviously the other team's trying to stop you. When you're doing your routines, no one's out there actively trying to stop you. Does that help or hurt in that you don't have a foe, maybe to focus on? It's all internal.
I think it's pretty good that way. I think we just have to focus on our gymnastics and our routines, like as a team, and just being there for each other and not really knowing what the other team's going to bring. So we just have to bring everything we have, and that's about it.
Has that been more of a challenge? Again, you don't have the comp, but usually that place will be packed for this meet. Is that more of a challenge to bring your own energy now?
I think it is a little bit. Like we have to be louder than normal because we don't have as many fans, but the fans that are in there bring a lot of energy, and we're really thankful for that. But just our teammates having our back through whatever is amazing.
What event, I guess, was the hardest for you to master growing up? I mean, obviously the summer, I guess, are easier than others for you. You came more natural. Which ones came more natural, and which ones really required more work to feel comfortable with?
I think vault definitely came the most natural for me. I think I'm more of the powerful gymnast, so vault and floor come natural to me. So I think I had to work harder on bars and beam and getting more like flexible and getting more like calm, because you have to be calm on bars and beam instead of like floor and vault where you can just run and punch and whatever happens, happens. I think bars was probably one of the hardest for me.
What happened on your landing on vault? Did you tweak your ankle? I felt
No.
like you-
No, I'm good.
Do you ever time yourself in the 40? You're really fast down the runway. Have you ever been timed like football players?
I am not actually.
Wow. Is that why they put you on a soccer field that thought you could run fast?
Maybe. I guess they thought I was pretty fast.
I got you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.